Okay, so have you ever felt that pressure to live this huge, spectacular main character life? Just so you feel like you have a story worth telling. Well, today we're going to talk about a really powerful alternative. One that says you absolutely do not need to climb a mountain or launch a startup just to be memorable. Let's dive in.
First things first, let's talk about where this pressure even comes from. We are just surrounded, constantly, by everyone else's highlight reels, and it can make a totally normal life feel, well, a little boring, right?
I mean, think about it for a second. When you're just scrolling through your feeds, it is so easy to get the feeling that absolutely everyone else is living these grand, cinematic lives. Does that ever get to you? Does it make you feel like you need to be doing something more extraordinary?
This right here, this contrast really gets to the heart of the whole problem. The expectation we see online is this life that's just packed with nonstop adventure. But the reality for, most of us, it's a mix of school and work and the small hobbies and routines that actually make up our days. And let me be clear, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, here's the counter-argument. And honestly, it's such a relief. Being interesting isn't about the scale of your adventures. Not at all. It's about depth. It's about having what's called a spike. So, how does this really simple but powerful idea actually work? It's called the spike method, and trust me, it's a total game changer.
So what in the world is a spike? Well, think of it like this. It's a super focused area of knowledge. It's that one niche, maybe kind of weird, specific thing that you just decide to dive deep into. So deep that you become the go-to person on that topic. Instead of being this flat line, being kind of okay at a lot of things but not really great at any of them, you develop one sharp, memorable peak, a spike, and that is what makes you stand out in a crowd. And this is what I love, because it completely reframes what it means to be an expert. You don't need a PhD. The whole goal is just to know slightly more than the next person. That's it. The bar is so much lower and way more accessible than you probably think.
But why is this approach so effective? I mean, why does having one deep area of knowledge make such a huge difference?
Well, the benefits are incredibly practical. In a conversation, instead of just making small talk about the weather, you can share a genuinely fascinating fact about your niche. And as the source material points out, this is huge for things like college admissions or job interviews, any situation where you need to be memorable. This isn't just a party trick, it's a way to build a unique personal brand that's actually built on real passion.
And building it is surprisingly simple. It all starts with curiosity. What do you already gravitate towards? Then, step 2, just go one click deeper than everyone else. Read the Wikipedia article, and then maybe read one of its sources. Watch a documentary. And finally, step 3, share what you learn. That's how the knowledge really sticks and becomes part of who you are. So here's the crucial point. We kind of have to unlearn this pressure to be perfectly well-rounded. Because in a world where everyone is trying to be a generalist, being a specialist, being sharp, is what truly, truly sets you apart.
All right, let's make this really practical. How can you find your own spike, like right now? Take a second and really think about this. What's that one weird thing you find yourself Googling late at night? What's a subject that, if it comes up in conversation, you just can't help but talk about? It doesn't have to be academic. It just has to be yours. Just look at these examples. They are so wonderfully specific and, yeah, a little bit weird, which is exactly the point. I mean, being the person who knows the secret lore of cleaning products or the physics of pressure washing is just way more memorable than saying you like to travel. These are fantastic conversation starters.
And that's the real takeaway here. That thing you might think is a bit strange or nerdy, that's not a weakness. It's your unique advantage. It's your superpower. You have to own it.
And this brings us to the most important point of all. The secret to being an interesting person isn't to go out and manufacture a fascinating life. It's simply to be genuinely interested in something, anything at all. That authentic passion is magnetic. So the real question to ask yourself is, what are you truly interested in? Because that's the beginning of your spike.